Rise in the Lord's Prayer, please.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Join me in the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mr. Yurda?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Do I have a motion to accept the agenda and the addendum?
Motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second? Second. Question? Roll call, please.
Mr. Yurda?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but I think Jude wanted to go first.
Jude wants to go first. Jude, you're up.
Great. Well, I'd like to thank everybody and welcome you to Secrets. I know that many of the schools have been hosting, and we're really thrilled to host tonight. Tonight, as you notice, we are featuring our K through 5 artists in the district. And in conjunction with Sarah at the technology and everyone in the district, we've worked on a video that will be showcasing some of the work that you'll see out here in the hallway. We feel this is an area that we wanted to showcase because so many things are great, but how many people are going through the cracks that don't really find that niche? Art is one area that we feel is essential, especially at a very young age. As you'll see, there's some amazing artists, and we asked Mr. John Kroc, one of our recent graduates, to come and showcase some of his work, and we wonder where he would be if there wasn't early art education. We're going to show a video, and then we do have some other families in the audience that are here to see their art work shown to everyone, and so we hope that everybody can take a moment to look at the showcase. Also, Mrs. Thomas, after the video, will be introducing some of the key people that make that program go so well. So, Sarah?
I love art because it is fun to draw and paint and color, and I just enjoy doing it. My favorite part about art is probably drawing. That last slide, as you're exiting, we welcome you to come into the office. Now, mind you, it is the end of the school year, so we have a lot of things going on today, but his artwork is featured. He was one of the first ones to put a mural on the wall. Right here, these are prefabbed and made in a factory. We have artwork in our office, and we're just thrilled. It's our new logo that we're very proud to have Mr. Kroc put on our wall. So he worked several hours, and we get to showcase that and see that every day. We really are proud of that, and he signed it. So that was something that we tell all of our young people, that there's just so many ways that you can showcase your talent and skills
And we hope that we are opening up their eyes to the possibilities. And as we've learned over the last couple weeks with the career fairs, the importance of those skills, how essential those are to be a productive person out in the workforce. So we want to make sure that our students that have these skills are being able to be worked with every day at a very young age. We even had preschool step in and kind of have an impromptu show themselves. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Thomas, because this is a K through 5, so Mrs. Sowers, Mrs. Thomas, and I enjoy working with the same instructor, and so we're going to have Mrs. Thomas tell you a little bit about her.
Okay, Mrs. Eva Bernices, sitting here beside me, is responsible for all of the artwork you see around here that these children have been able to do. I've observed her teaching classes many times, and I myself, just from observing her, have learned to draw a clown, a cowboy, and a vase of flowers, and it actually looks decent. But she has the knack for teaching kids something in very few words. You know, she gives very simple, clear directions, and the next thing I know, she's got 23 kids in the room, and they're all doing a great job. With a little prompting sometimes. But she is really a fabulous teacher, and we are very fortunate to have her.
Yeah, the words on the video pretty much tell me what I feel. Those were my words. I just wanted to say the artwork on the hall, that was the East Regional Show this year. Every year we put artwork into the regional show, and then we have 2 on this side on the table that made it to the state show. So, and we're always looking for new venues to put up artwork. If anyone has any ideas, please come to me. I'd love to put up artwork constantly, anywhere. So.
Thank you.
There you go.
Like they said, we enjoy all the artwork. It hangs up in our buildings and it makes the walls less like blank. I love it. And it helps with all the fine motor skills, just not just handwriting, but it helps with all of that hand-eye coordination and all those wonderful things that kids need to have. She's also taken it one step further in my building and has done a lot of technology with it as well, which is pretty awesome. We just finished up this week field day, and we've had our 3rd grade farm trip last week. Something that came out of our DLT meetings, not the last one, but the one before that, was the idea, and I believe it was Julie Ray that actually kind of said it, and then we've kind of run with it, is Experience Week. It's something that we're going to do next week. All the teachers pick something that they enjoy doing. So, like Ms. Ray, she's going to run a session on how to make healthy snacks, and then it's anywhere from kickball, basketball, to puzzles, and just all kinds of things. Mrs. Rach, Candy up there is going to be making slime with Mr. Rach. It's all different kinds of things. The kids are going to have fun. You can tie it all into the curriculum, whether it's measuring or cooperation or teamwork or any of those kinds of things that kids need to be able to do. And they may learn how to play a new game or work with people they've never worked with before, which is pretty awesome. They'll be doing that every day next week for 2 hours, and they have to pick 5 different things, or if they like one in particular, they could pick it over and over, but pretty awesome. And we have Awards Day, which is the second to last student day. Everybody else does it on that last day, and we decided to move ours to the second to last so it's not a complete mess out on campus. And the last big thing that we kind of have is our 2nd grade move-up day, which is next Thursday. And we are going to welcome both groups at the same time, which is a little different than we've done before, but I think it'll be easy to do and we'll make it happen. So, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Thomas, do you have anything else, or are you?
I would like to say we had a huge turnout for our wax museum. We had a lot of staff come from other areas, and the kids did a fabulous job. It's amazing, and for those of you who are thinking, what is a wax museum? The children pick a character, they have to study that character. They start about 6 weeks before the actual wax museum. They have to write a report on the character, they have to find out facts, they have to get some quotes, and then they dress up like the character. And the kids, visitors will come along, push a button, and then the character talks. And it was amazing to see what our second graders were capable of doing. And I had seen it at the first grade, or the fifth grade level, the first time I ever saw it. And then the teacher moved to our building and said, hey, how about us doing wax music? And I said, do you think the second graders can do that? She's like, do you think they can't? I'm like, I'm sure they can. So we do wax museum every year, and we absolutely love it, but it was really nice.
Middle school. I didn't see Mr. Hoffman. I
No,
guess it was you.
we had an event tonight, he finished that up, and it's his twin's birthday today, so he wanted to get home and spend a little time with them, so maybe a half hour before they have to go to bed, so. Our building's an absolute zoo. Ever since testing, our teachers have absolutely jam-packed the calendar with activities. Trips, things outside, movies that go along with projects they just completed, and the kids they haven't had, I shouldn't say they haven't had time to get in trouble, some of them find a way, but they really haven't had time to even catch a breath, because they just activities all day. Now tonight we kind of culminated that with our spring showcase, first of its kind, that at least in recent years. And as I just leaf through, and I'm sorry this is just in Google Photos, I literally took these about an hour ago. All of our departments, all of our clubs, we had a presentation night in the hallway. We kept it centered in the hallways. There was a few rooms involved. We also provided some refreshments, some cookies, and some meat and cheese and vegetables, which our staff will be eating for the next 3 days. We had a nice turnout. We do find that the language arts department decided to move out into the hallway, move all their furniture and such, and some technology, some projects. We got between staff, students, and parents right around maybe 80 to 100 people. We do find that people are afraid to come to the middle school for some reason. They don't bite usually, but well, then, you know, that one might. But you know, we were real pleased with what our teachers put out there. We had 3D printing going on in the hallway, which better have gotten put away before they left tonight. And Makers put a presentation here. Sarah does a great job with Makers, and she showed all the cool things they did. But we were really excited to have the people in our building tonight. Mrs. Presley put a bunch of artwork out from the year from the art show. And again, just a lot of different things. Some of us were here. Sorry, I didn't know your cameo was in there. And then we ended the evening. I don't know what book tasting meant. I didn't ask my language arts teacher.
Trying a little bit of each.
Yeah, I don't know if you're supposed to lick them. I don't think so. This was actually a math project where they plotted spots and then made it into pictures. Pretty cool on the windows. And there's our new 3D printer in action right now. As you're looking at it, it was going to take about 2 hours to print whatever they're printing. Oh, there's some characters right there. Look, Mr. Cole, that's why our insurance went up. Science Club set out a bunch of stuff. And then we ended, and I'm going kind of quickly here because I've done a lot of different pictures. Don't ask about that young man. We did end with the choir giving a real nice performance in our cafeteria. They don't often perform in our building because we have this beautiful auditorium over at the high school. It was just nice for them to come do a few songs and it kind of wrapped up the evening. I won't really get out of this. The only other things going up to middle school, like I said, lots of activities. We are wrapping things up. On the last day of school, we have awards for our 6th and 7th grade in the Meadowbrook High School auditorium where it's nice and air conditioned. That is at 9 a.m. 8th grade awards and promotions is going to follow at 11:30. And then they have a celebration dance and party and food and such in the afternoon, 12:30 in the high school gym. The only other thing we have, over the summer here, we're going to be updating several of our learning spaces. And we're updating our library. There's a room we're turning into a flex room is what we're calling it. Our sensory room for kids that need breaks or have specific needs. And we're going to invite the board this fall, once we get all 3 completed, come back to our building and check out those new places. It's pretty exciting. Mostly grant funded for a lot of parts, so a lot of the stuff coming in isn't a cost to us. And we're pretty excited about how we think it's going to turn out. There's a lot of work though. I heard I was going to have a sledgehammer in a couple weeks, so I'm pretty excited. So anyway, we'll invite you all back in and check out those places.
Meadowbrook High School, Mr. Decker.
It's a banquet and award ceremony month for us as well. We had the award ceremony Tuesday. Meadowbrook students received over $100,000 in local scholarships and almost $1.2 million overall, including institutional scholarships. Music awards were last night. Cabaret was this past month as well.
amazing, better than it has been in the past even. And we were able to piggyback on that a little bit and do our annual art show as well, and then our CTE night, our first career tech night, where the programs are able to show off what they've done throughout the year, the credentials they'll be able to offer next year, and kind of get it out to our students that are going to be coming up through. Graduation's tomorrow night at 7. We'd like to invite everyone here. If you are going to be up on stage, board members, at 6:45 is line up. And then we have an announcement tonight. We've talked throughout the year about what we've been trying to do to build up the career tech side to match our work with the Colt College. In the last month, we were able to supplement that in a huge way with an agreement we made with Zane State. Starting next year, and we're going to do a bigger presentation later, but starting next year, we will be offering junior and senior students the option to spend half their day at Zane State, where they'll be able to take part in one of 5 programs: industrial systems engineering, applied business, real estate, cybersecurity, or mechanical drafting. And this isn't strictly for college students. They're taking students whether they are CCP or not. If they're not, they'll be able to earn their 12 credential points and have state and industry recognized credentials as a result when they graduate. I jumped ahead of myself a little bit. So we presented that to the students this past week, and we took them on a tour of Zane State. So far we have 40 signed up. We are kind of in the marketing stage now, as Liz is about to show you.
Sorry, I'm multitasking here.
That's all right. Yes, as that said, we're going to bust them there. This is different than Mid-East because they're still going to be at the high school half the day. They're still Meadowbrook students. We've just got an agreement with Zane State, and they've pretty much opened the campus to us. And this isn't just big for us. This is the first I've heard of something like this in the state. I mean, ideally, we're trying to make almost a K-14 building for those students who want to go out straight into the workforce. The ones that want to go straight into the workforce and don't want to take these for college credits, Zane State's also said if they decide 20 years from now to come back, Zane State will honor those credits. So, huge opportunity, and like I said, we'll do a bigger presentation down the road, probably over the summer.
Mr. Wheeler is at the district meeting tonight.
Oh, yes.
Director of Student Services.
Yeah, softball, the things we're doing good, is it final? Yeah, softball 10-6, so they're in the regional.
In a regional, that's huge.
Yep, and then we have, Kaylee Smith here tonight. She is from, our TEACH program, and she's, been involved in some of our CCP classes, so I think this is a success story. I think this is kind of the model the TEACH program has kind of been looking for, it based off the fact that, you know, she got in, she took her classes, she hammered out her general electives, and I'll let her kind of fill everybody in on the details of it.
As you said, I'm Kaylee Smith. I'm a senior at Meadowbrook High School, and I was sort of the guinea pig, as you call it, for the TEACH program. I did the first 4 courses last year, which was intro to education, intro to special education, child development, and education technology. And I took the educational implications of diversity class this past semester. Alongside that, I've done a lot of the CCP courses through the high school, and I'm actually leaving high school with 38 credit hours completed, so that's almost halfway through my sophomore year. I've been looking at a bunch of in-state and out-of-state colleges, and they will take those credits, so I'm actually getting to graduate in, it would be 2.5 years, but I'm actually gonna double major early childhood and special education, so I will be able to graduate within 3 years. So it's official in the class of 2022, which is a fun time, and it's all thanks to the CCP program, and I'm actually eligible to get into the education program my first semester, thanks to Mr. Rich setting me up with the TEACH program. So that's awesome.
Oh, and then to touch on the Wax Museum with Gail and her building, the support that her building has at rallies, from custodians to cooks to teachers to parapros to secretaries, to support our kids, because some kids don't have the access to these costumes and these wigs and these guitars and these pictures. And just kudos to your staff for stepping up to support these kids. I know, just talking to a couple of my guys, I mean, without your staff, I don't know where they would have been with the costumes.
They bring in, it amazes me because they bring in antiques that they've collected, over the years. And one lady brought in, I think, 8 or 10 albums of Elvis Presley, because we had Elvis Presley. And she brought in a guitar. It was amazing. She had to have a truck because, we helped her unload her truck. And then there were several other people and grandparents step up. So we really do have a lot of support.
Just a touch on the art team for the night. Kayla was one of the stars of the cabaret, by the way.
Ms. Meredith.
We are 3 for 3 with grants. Last year at this time I was reporting about Striving Readers that we got, and then a month later we found out that we got the 21st Century, our second one. We just it's been maybe 2 weeks that we were alerted that we got the Ohio School Climate State Grant. And that is a K-3 grant designed to support social, emotional, and positive behavior supports with students. So it'll be to Byesville, Sechrist, and to Brook to be able to support those students. So we're going to get some teachers some access to resources and professional development with helping students develop their social, emotional skills and dealing with trauma. So I was excited to report that. That's it.
At this time, we offer up to 5 minutes for anybody in the audience who would like to speak. Okay. Right now, you're up.
Good to see you again, Patrick.
Yes.
Well, good to be back.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. Patrick King with Steve Woolworth, public finance firm, just up on this a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, it's been okay, 3 weeks ago. I came out here and talked about the possibility and the prospect of the district getting interim financing of some sort to meet the Ohio Facility Construction Commission's deadline of May 26th, where the district can lock in to 51%. I'm not gonna walk you all through that, I think we're all aware of the opportunity or the downside of not getting locked in by May 26th. And I'm happy to report that we were in conversations with, at different times, 4 different banks and lenders, and we have come to, or are down the road, of course, pending board approval, of course, with an agreement with the Huntington Bank that basically allows the district to have a standby, for lack of a better term, and I'm not even sure there's a term for what we're trying to accomplish here, but basically a standby line of credit, the ability to access it when needed, which will, I think, everyone's sort of under the understanding that it will never be needed if everything goes correctly. But the opportunity for that money is available to the district. We are working through a term sheet with the district's bond counsel at Brick Hartshorn and fully expect by a week from today to have this all buttoned up, give it to the state of Ohio, have them say, yes, this is, what we're looking for, you have money on deposit, and it will be of no cost to the district at this point in time. Now, if the district, for some unforeseeable reason, Candy's shaking her head, decides to access this, there will be interest costs in today's market of 4.6% through the life of the district. I'm very, very pleased with the outcome here. I think the district should be as well. It's basically of no risk to the district at this point to pursue this and go forward. So when I sat at the administration building 3 weeks ago, I could have never envisioned this outcome. So this is really terrific. And at this point, we would suggest the district go forward with this and see where it takes them in terms of funding.
And right now, it's not gonna cost us anything to wait and see.
That's exactly right. So, pretty remarkable outcome.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, well, and I will say the devil is in the details on this sort of stuff, so, you know, we do not have the OFCC sign off. We are confident that we will get it, and the attorneys are confident that they will get it, but, it is not there, so we're working through it, and just, know that also is happening right out there, so. That's what we have. Happy to be here, happy to report back on this. Thanks, and I don't know, we don't have a resolution in front of us, I don't know if we need to take action or just go forward, that's fine with me. All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Treasurer's report.
Okay, I have approval of minutes from April 25th, approval of financial report for April, approve the 5-year forecast as presented. Then insurance, it's time for insurance renewal. I met with the insurance committee. Mrs. Knoll was a big part of that. It's a very small committee. We all made the decision together to keep the same broker, the same TPA, same stop loss carrier as we currently have. The rates did go up 8.44%, but we will have a no new laser contract. So anyone with high claims, they will not be able to laser them next year. We felt that was probably the best decision at this time to do no new laser. Then I have recommended the creation of a 587 fund for preschool restoration. That is federal money that Liz oversees. It was what, just an additional pot of money?
It was money that has been due us over the past few years that ODE did not recognize. Then they all of a sudden recognized they've shorted us, so they dropped it into one lump sum.
Then I think Liz worked with
Angela,
Brian Range
yep,
and
and
Angela,
Range.
and they figured out how
Yeah.
to spend that, so we're gonna create the fund so they can get that money spent.
Yep.
Yep.
Do I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
Motion.
Motion, do I have a second? Second. I have a second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Yurda?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Standing committees, policy, athletic.
Softball team one.
Legislative, Mid-East.
Winding things up at Mid-East, graduation's on the 21st, so pretty clear there.
We just talked about the insurance and everything's good with that. Building and grounds?
It was brought to my attention that, some of the gutter that was fixed on the back of, Brook, that I guess is leaking a little bit in the seams.
Could be, I
Yeah.
haven't really noticed.
I just, actually, Darren had been out there and seen it, so I'll get with Dave, just minor, probably just put some caulking or something in a couple of the seams, but I guess it's coming down in a specific area where it could, could create some, tough circumstances if somebody were under it or whatever, so
Okay. Community outreach, audit,
Nothing's on it.
okay. Is Angie here? We're heading into some old business. Superintendent's report.
Good stuff, guys. Appreciate it. Liz, from those grants, the impact that has is amazing. Devin, that Zane State thing's huge. Like, you know this. This has been something we've been working on for quite some time, and they're finally willing to play ball, and what a beautiful campus. That's gonna be that K-14 setting, that's gonna be basically like part of our high school. It's just truly amazing. And I love hearing those success stories. I don't know if you might hear Mr. Rage, but that's what it's all about. 38 college credits and then going to be an educator growing our own. That's powerful. And Patrick's news, fantastic, because just last Friday we had wonderful news with the power plant. I mean, the future is bright, and it's exciting times, and I just want to thank the staff, board, everybody for being part of this. It's truly a great time to be a Colt. That being said, my recommendation employ the following. From Tyler Baker, from A+ coordinator, and stick with me here because we're going to go through a few pages, through Chris Zerger, and then the certified contract, Michael Booth, all the way through the next page of Jeannie West, and the extended service stage renewals from Kristen Cantor through Matthew Wentworth.
Do I have a motion for item A?
Motion.
A motion, do I have a second?
Second.
A second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Stone? Mr. Stone?
Yeah, he's in.
Mrs.
Perform
Williams?
hard. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
All right, B, approve a tentative graduation list for 18-19 school year, and this is happening tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at the high school, so hope everybody makes it out.
Okay, I need a motion for item B.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Have a second. Question. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
What's the total on graduation?
Devin? Help me.
160.
Something.
60.
Yeah.
It's a big group. Yeah. C, accept the following donations, $100 to Boswell Elementary to National Honor Society, and $250 Seekers Home and School to Seekers Elementary.
Do I have a motion for item C?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Question. Roll call, please.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
D, approve Hannah Dykey's maternity leave as presented.
Do I have a motion for item D?
Motion.
A motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. We're so spread out tonight.
Yes.
Question? Roll call.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Stoney?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
And E, and this is pulled out separately because he can't vote, no other reason. Mr. Detra's done a wonderful job for us this year. So E, approved Devin Detra, principal, 2 years, effective 19-20 school year.
Do I have a motion for item E?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Question? Roll call, please.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
I abstain.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mr. Stone?
Yes. F, approve the agreement between Rolling Hills and Acute Nursing Care LLC, agreement as presented.
Have a motion for item F.
Motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
G, approve the sabbatical leave for Carly Lyons for 19-20 school year as presented. She'll be getting her doctorate at Mississippi State. Wonderful opportunity for her.
Do I have a motion for item G?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
H, these next few are something that athletic committee and Mr. Wheeler's been working on, some renovation projects down at the baseball, softball complex that's much needed. But approve the Strauss fence estimate as presented. That's for the fencing around the baseball field.
Do I have a motion for item H?
Motion.
Motion, do I have a second? Second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
I approve the estimate for the baseball dugouts as presented.
A motion for item I.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
J, approve the estimate for the softball dugouts as presented.
Do I have a motion for item J?
Motion.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
A second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Okay, Jennifer Black, recommend Jennifer Black as athletic secretary for 3 years beginning in 1920 school year.
Do I have a motion for item K?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Aye.
Mr. Yerga?
No.
Jennifer does a wonderful job for us. 5-hour position, works her butt off, we appreciate that. Next one, another 5-hour position, John Cox as our groundskeeper.
I have a motion for item L.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
No.
Mr. Yerga?
No.
Yeah, Mr. Cox has the grounds looking wonderful for graduation, if you haven't been over there, he's a worker, we appreciate him as well. And that's all I have, Mr.
Do we have any correspondence? Informational items? I see no need for an executive session. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second? Nobody wants to go? Starting to scare me here. Have a second. Roll call.
Mr. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Detra?
Yes.
Mr. Singleton?
Yes.
Mr. Yerga?
Yes.
We are adjourned.
7:08.
Thank you, everybody.